going to turn on my camera so that it won't just be one person's face resting. So, hello, how do we
You're
call
also
your
going to
name?
be doing what?
I said I'll put on my camera for a bit,
Which
just
of
so
my
that.
names?
So, introduce what
Yeah,
would
that's
you like
fine.
to be
That's fine.
called?
Yeah.
What would you like? So, what's your name? I want to hear you call your
Okay.
name.
So Alexandrix is fine.
Alexandris, but I'm quite interested in your
Alexandrix
Igbo
is
name.
fine. Alexandrix.
I'm interested in your Igbo name and how it is called. How
Which
do
of
you
them?
call
Okay, the
Ihu?
one you're seeing on screen now is
No,
Ihechukwudere.
not the one. Yeah, the other one. You know the one I'm talking about.
Oh, that one. Ihe,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that one. Yes, I know the one you're talking about. So that's Ihechukwudere. So
Ihechukwudere. So what does it mean?
Ihechukwudere means Ihe, yes, it means what God has written. So it's a way of saying God's word. So it is the written word. Yes, so what God has written. It's actually one name and I split it in two, so it looks easier to pronounce. So you could just take one part and both parts make a lot of sense. So Ihechukwudere is what God has written or the written word. Then Enweronhicha, some people would say Enwegenhicha. It means it cannot be erased. So what God has written
What
cannot be
does it
erased.
mean can be
Yes.
erased? Wow. I thought one was
Do I
your
go over
person.
that again?
Okay. So nice to meet you. You do come across as a
You're
very interesting
breaking.
person. I don't know.
Our
I keep
network is
getting that. I keep getting that.
it's come a few days ago with somebody that was a separate
Sorry.
name. It's actually
You're also breaking on my end though.
why are we having network problems now?
Anyway, now we are not having any more. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I can hear you. It's better now. Yes.
Okay, so let's jump into it. Maybe network is tired of our small talk. So let's just go.
Okay.
Yeah. So why are we
Okay.
here
So
today? Are we here
hello?
today? Can you hear me?
Yes, I
I
can
need
hear
to
you.
stop sharing. I picked the wrong document. Yeah, so I want us to jump right into it and
Yes.
start the session.
Okay.
So I picked the wrong document. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
so yeah, so why are we here today? We're here because Ihechukwudere was our top contributor for the OA and AA Feed the Nation group on Facebook in September. And we've decided that we are going to begin to spotlight our top contributors as one of our ways of showing appreciation for their engagement.
My
So
pleasure.
I'm going to jump right into the first question. Tell us about yourself. Who is Ihechukwudere or what? What would you like
Ah,
people, what would you like people to know about you, and what would you like to be remembered for?
what would I like to be remembered for? What would I like people to know about me? Okay, so I would just say this. I am a simple person. I am a technical writer. Yes, and I love the simple things of life. I do not like complexities. Yes, as much as life comes at you in that manner, I really do not like complexities. I enjoy very simple things, and I love keeping things simple. So I think that's really that about me. Should
Okay.
I say, yeah,
To
okay,
delve
yeah,
a
go
bit
ahead.
deeper before you go on. To delve a bit. So what do you do when you are faced with things that are not simple? Do you look for a way to simplify
Oh
them, or
yeah,
how?
so when I face things that are not simple, I try to make them simple. I find a
Okay,
way to
so
make them
are
simple.
you always
Yes.
successful?
Oh no, 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 no. I'm not
So
always successful
what
at
do you do
arriving
when
at.
But
Yeah,
what do you
so
do when, in spite of your best effort, still not this? It's not simply.
okay, so I do what I would call I'll take notes. I'll take notes. I'll take the positives. And I'll try to see. Probably I didn't have things simple enough because I think that things can be broken down. I believe that things can be broken down to basic forms. So if in doing that, I am still not successful at achieving an expected goal, then I'll probably have to revisit my methods. Maybe I assume too much about certain parts of it. I assume too much about certain parts of it. You know,
So you
one of the
believe.
things I
So you
enjoy doing
believe
is
that. Okay, yeah. So you believe that there's absolutely nothing that cannot be simplified. That's what it seems like
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
hearing
no, no,
from
no,
you.
no, 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 no. Okay, so I believe that all things can be simplified, first of all, but I do not think that all levels of simplicity are the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so what might be basic in one scenario might appear advanced in another scenario. It all depends on perspective. So when simplicity is relative, simplicity is
Wow.
relative. Yeah, so
Simplicity is relative.
when I say
That's
simple,
that's a
simple
quotable quote.
enough. Yes,
I said that's a
I didn't
quotable
get
quote.
that.
I said simplicity is relative is a quotable quote. Ah,
Yes, I heard that. Okay.
keep
So
going.
so if I let me use this example. One of the things I like to do is read. One of the things I like to do is read. So if I pick up a material and I'm trying to go into a new area, what I have found out is that even the simplest even the simplest books tend to make a few assumptions about the reader. So even if they
Okay.
don't make those assumptions explicitly, at some point you would find a few hoops where they jumped, say, 3, 4 steps, assuming sometimes I think I would like to think assuming that, oh, this should be basic enough for the reader to understand at this point. But in some cases, it's not. It's not. And you find that that's actually where some people are going to struggle. So that's why I say simplicity is relative. So for each
Okay.
person, yes.
Go on. Go on, please.
Yeah. So for each person, if it's now each person's responsibility to determine their level of understanding relative to a topic and then approach from there. And approach from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, were you done with introducing yourself? Can we move
Oh
on to
yes,
the
I'm
next?
fine. I'm fine, except you ask specific questions. I'm terrible at that, I'll admit.
Okay. So I'm
Yes.
just going to skip over that and go to the next. I will not skip over. I'm going to go to the next question, maybe to help you
Okay.
go deeper. By the way, these pictures were taken when I went on my. I decided to take a day off by myself
Okay.
because I realized
Mm,
I was oversaturated with work. So these
okay.
are pictures. This picture and the one before were taken in front of the Qatar National Library. So this
Okay.
is the Qatar National Library, just in case anybody is
Oh.
interested. So
Hmm.
tell us a fun fact about yourself.
Ah. I don't know if it's okay. One fun fact about myself would be, I think it would be the fact that, well, yeah, that I actually love people more than they think I would love them.
Do you want to break that down, please?
Okay, so it means this. I think that for a lot of people who I have come across with now, this is them sharing their experience later with me. And initially they will think, okay, can I talk to him? Can I approach him? Would he be willing to do this for me or help me with that? But inside me, or for some reason, or somehow they come across, either mop up the courage to come to approach me and say, okay, could you help me with this? Or somebody says, oh, could you help this person with that? they get it done in 5 minutes, and they probably thought about how to approach me for 2 weeks. So I think maybe I
So
play,
you are
came more difficult. I came more difficult than I could be.
you are more approachable than you appear to be.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll take that. We'll take that.
Mhm.
So we go on to the next question. And so tell us about your journey with food. When did it begin? Do you love food? How do you feel about food?
Interesting question. I remember when I would take food to school and I would always bring it back home.
Seriously?
Yes, and then my mom would write letters to the school and say, "Oh, he's not eating. What's this?" and all that. It
No?
was really bad. It was really bad. So I think I became more interested in food. I'm not a glutton, of course. I don't eat everything in sight. Uh, I don't know if I'm selective. I think that would depend on a lot. But I think that for me, I think food happens in a certain way. Food has to be in a certain way for it to appeal to me. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
So
at the
it takes a
point,
lot to
yes,
get you interested.
I didn't get that.
I said it takes a lot to get you interested in some particular meals or
Okay,
just
yeah.
break
So
that down.
now it's not even about the meals themselves. It's about the fact that I can have two people can prepare the same meal and I'll go for one ahead of the other. Yeah. So for me,
And that's
food is would comprise of, yes, the food itself, the fact, the how it's prepared. I think that food is more appealing when people take time for every to take care of every aspect of it. Yes.
hmm.
I think it comes out better. I think it's more appealing if
So
if whoever
you feel like
yes.
you feel like the mindset that was present at the time the food was being made kind of shines through when the food is done. Do you agree with that?
Thinking, yes, the way you ask the question now, I think I would have to say yes. I have to say yes because I remember somebody making meals around me, and for some reason I wasn't interested in the meal because they just refused
The
to
person
speak to.
wasn't doing it
Yes,
joyfully.
they just refused to. I think they didn't feel too happy to make the meal. Yeah, so somehow I feel that
That spirit is kind
if
of
you are not
communicating
interested,
somehow.
yes, I did. Hello?
So I said I feel like that's a spirit, or like if I'm making the food and I'm so excited about it, there's a
Yes,
way even in my presentation, everything I'll do, it
yes,
would it
yes.
would
It would
communicate
shine
to
through.
someone else
Yes,
that
yes, it would
yes,
shine
I
through.
really
And
feel
if
this.
they, yes, and if they are really interested, if they are genuinely interested, yeah, you can be excited and not really be. It's like having an excited engineer. No matter
Hmm.
how excited a person is, if they do not
The
understand
person
the
doesn't have
engineering of a
the
car,
person doesn't have the skills
thank
also.
you, thank you.
So
Yeah,
there's the
so if the
part
person
of
doesn't
the
have the skill,
passion, and
it
then there's
doesn't mean
also
anything. It means nothing. It means nothing.
so
So,
it sounds like you're not one of those guys that will just be like, you know what, anything is fine. You just do Indomie for me, I'm fine. Or let me just make Indomie or noodles. Sorry. Um,
yeah, so even if you're making noodles, okay, even if you're making noodles or you make what they call concoction rice or you are making soup without meat in it, I
mhm.
think that if you're really interested in, oh, how do I make the most of this? How do I make the most of this? I think that I would rather eat a meal from such a person than somebody who says, okay, let's just make a meal. Mm,
Okay. So interesting. I really wish we could dive more, but because of time, we'll move on to the next
yes,
question.
I
Yeah.
understand.
So first and foremost, do you love food? And if yes, who or what
Okay,
inspired
so
your love?
I'm a very funny eater. So
Okay.
there was a time in my life when, though I'm starting to repent of that, when I would wake up and then I would probably have breakfast around 4, 5, 6 p.m.
Whoa.
Okay. Yes, okay. So
Yeah.
I I eat slowly. I
Okay.
we were not encouraged to eat quickly. So I eat quite very slowly. Now, what that meant was even when my friends would go to eat and I would accompany my friends to the restaurant, I would not eat because I would delay
Mhm.
everybody. Or I thought I would delay everybody. And I was not prepared to rush my food. So at the point that I would say that, will I say that I love food? Yes, I love enjoying my meals. I love to enjoy my meals. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm not able to eat as much quantity as I would love to many times. Yes, that's I don't know what happens. So I just eat a little most times and then that's it. And so again, I think it also has to depend on it has something to do with my mood. So if I'm eating and I'm excited, and then somebody starts to tell me something that is not palatable, or I get a phone call that, yeah, yeah, probably I don't like what's being said. I'm probably done with the
It,
meal.
it
Yeah.
can ruin your appetite. Wow.
Yes, yes,
Whoa.
yes, that's it.
So, but is there anybody in particular that you can point to that would tell that you say that, oh, the person, for example, helped you move from the person that didn't really like to eat a lot to someone who at least eats decently? Or is there a
Oh,
particular
okay,
if
okay, yes, yes, okay. I do have a friend um who made sure that in fact, we had to eat from the same plate just so that I could eat and eat enough and eat a lot, so to speak. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. So we had to eat from same plate. And it was okay. I normally would eat alone, but I had to get used to that. And then yeah, so at a point it was almost like, okay, fine, you can't eat without this person being there. And so I think that person helped me move from okay, I don't want to eat to I can eat. Yes. Or I can eat, since it used to be that I would eat whenever I felt very hungry. At this point, I would eat when my body actually needs it. Yes.
that's great. Thank you for sharing. So we'll quickly move to the next question. So we know that food is food, everybody loves food, but there's a business around food. So which part of the food value
Mm.
chain do you find most intriguing, interesting, or are you involved in already? Is it in farming, the food
Okay.
processing, transportation? So
Mm.
let's talk about the business of food now.
The business of food. So at this point on the on that food chain, I'm probably at the I'm probably at the level where you have the eater. Okay. But
Okay.
I've always found farming intriguing. I've always thought that farming was intriguing. Okay, so we did a bit of farming when I was younger, so growing up. So we did a bit of that. So we had some produce. Yeah, vegetables at point in the year, and then corn at another time, that's maize. Then at another time it will be, yes, the cassava. So you get that, make it into gari. What else now? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, so a few vegetables here and there. Yeah. So I think we did a bit of that. So that was many years ago. So that's something
Okay.
that
That still
still
sounds
seems
intriguing.
interesting. Still seems
Okay.
interesting to me.
Okay,
Yes.
interesting. Okay, because for me, for example, I got
Mm,
some farmlands personally, and
okay.
I haven't had enough time to be able to do all I really want to do in terms of farming. But I find farming quite intriguing. Food
Mm,
processing, not so much because I'm like, yeah, my degree is in engineering, yeah, but um, I don't know about my processing food because I feel like I
mm,
understand that we're still going to need to preserve the value of food, but if it's possible to go from the farm to the table, I would really
yeah.
love that so that we
Mm,
don't lose nutrients. But so I'm not so much
mm-hmm.
of a I'm not so much of a a fan of
Processed food
packaging
person.
food and
Yeah.
processing and all of that. But it's just that because of where we live. But I've had this would I say this leading that I need to go
Yes.
into farming. So I'm just trying to sort things out so that I will be able to focus on farming at some point in my life, such that
Mm.
I'll probably still do other things, but I would definitely know that I'm a farmer. And I know that I've actually heard a word that says that we need more farmers. And I feel like we need to be very
Okay.
proactive, particularly with all of these conversations around GMO seeds, etc.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll turn on my, but can you, I don't know if you can see me. That's why I didn't bother to leave the
Oh,
video
really?
on.
I could see you the first time. I could. When you turned it
Okay.
on earlier. Yeah. I think it was just makes it rational, sorry, natural. So it doesn't feel like a monologue to me.
Oh, no
Mm.
worries. So can you see me now? Can you see my video now?
Yes, I can see you. I can see you.
Okay, because I can't see it. That's why I just assumed that you wouldn't. All right. So
Oh,
my
you
next
can't see
question,
me?
because I'm seeing my screen because I'm sharing.
Okay,
So
okay, okay, okay. No, no, no.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your favorite Nigerian dish? Don't be distracted by the one that is on the table here.
No, 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 no,
Answer
no, no,
it.
no, no. It will not, it won't distract me. Instead, I think again, I don't know if I have a favorite. I don't know if
Okay.
I had it. At one point in my life, I did beans for 7 months.
Whoa.
Yes, yes, 7 months. I still remember. I did
Wow.
beans for 7 months. And at another point, I ate Gary every afternoon for several years. So I don't know if I have a favorite. But
Mm,
preference for is what I do have a preference for is whatever one might call, oh, this is our native food,
mm.
and they take the time to prepare it and stuff like that. Yes. So things like that, I like to have them.
All right. So for me, hands down, my answer will be either eba or fu and okra.
Mm.
But I
Okra.
remember
Oh.
I remember when I was telling someone that so I forgotten what I told them that I don't take, and the person was like, "I said, what do you eat?" That's because we were talking about weight gain and all of that, and I was like, "I eat eba or fufu and okra." And the person was like, "Whoa, that's a lot of calories." But I, I just feel like we should, we are Africans, we should eat and be able to, and let me not blow you away. So I'll move on
Hmm.
to the next question.
Okay.
So which Nigerian dish do you think is underrated that you think that people they don't know they don't know
Ah,
enough about this one that you wish that they knew more and
I wish
they,
they knew more.
yes, and
Frankly
they could
speaking,
do
none comes to mind. None comes to mind because again, as I was explained earlier, as long as if I have them, okay, one meal that I like at this point, and then for breakfast, another one I like for lunch and stuff. So just some people speak about, I have missed okpa for several years.
mm.
I'm sure you know what that is.
I
Yeah.
was gonna ask you, are
So
you from
I've not
Enugu?
had it for several. No,
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
from
ask you,
Enugu.
okay.
No,
I don't know, for some reason you're
no,
just
no,
giving
no.
Enugu vibes.
Okay, I lived in Enugu for 12 years.
Ah, no wonder,
Yeah.
because because I'm just getting without, I just get because Enugu people seem to be the calmer and cooler Igbos.
Are you sure? Okay, so I
Most of
lived
the
there for
people that
12 years.
Yeah, most of the people I know from Enugu are like they chilled, very chilled. They don't like stress. They don't like all that wahala.
Oh,
And
really? Okay,
that's
well,
just
maybe
very
it kind of rubbed
supportive.
off and I didn't notice it. Maybe it rubbed
Yeah,
off and I
because
didn't notice.
I can't think of anyone that is from Enugu that is like as would I say as loud and comes at you like some of my friends I know that are from like Abia or Anambra. That means they are the war, they are the fire. But the Enugu people seem like, no, let everybody just be. let's all just be okay. Let everybody, as
Okay.
in, they just want to be, let everybody be fine. That's
Yeah.
all. We can go out, have some fun, but
Mm,
don't stress me. I want civil service job.
mm.
Just to be, as in, everything. But so I feel like of the six, I think there are six, five. I think right now we
Five.
have two Igbo states. Of the five Igbo
Five.
states, the Enugu
Mm.
people seem more like the people that will buy more with the Yorubas and Hausas, because Yorubas and Hausas,
Really?
yes, yes. So I
Okay.
feel like the other people are the ones that are like, you know what? Let's everybody just blend. Let's just do it. Let's
Okay, for me, it's I think again it's unfortunate that we have to keep having these conversations about unity at
mm,
65. So it's not something that should be happening. I think that that's something that people should grow up into. People
mm,
should grow up into. So it's disheartening when people look at somebody and then try to profile them on the basis of their name or where they're from and stuff.
yeah,
So yeah, so
yeah.
sometimes you know that you should be here, but you can't be there because somebody thinks that your name is not this or you don't look like that person.
It's,
Sometimes
it's,
I've had people who were very receptive, they were very warm to me.
until we found
And then
out
they are
I
speaking their
got
language to me.
yeah.
And then they find out I am not, and then the excitement dies down. So
And then
it's
the
it's it's not
suddenly
it's not yeah. So it's
I
worrying for
really
me.
feel
But that's what
I pray for
is it?
Nigeria that we will go beyond, because I believe that there's a strength in diversity, that
Yes, there is.
if we do open up and um, open up to, we will go further. So I don't think I
Yes.
wouldn't. But so maybe sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe because I'm speaking from a place of having gone to a unity school at my most,
Mm,
would I say, when I was most open to learning. So I
mm,
went to Unity Secondary School. So I was saying, what the point I was saying about Enugu people, blah, 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 she was my best. She was like one of my best friends, because I
okay.
realized that she was so calm. Like everybody's angry, everybody's head is hot. She's the
Mm.
one that is like trying to make everybody calm
Okay.
down and make everybody see reason. And also, she was, I think, my first introduction to Enugu. And then I meet another person again somewhere else from Enugu, and person is also like, let's just looking for the best way to diffuse
To
tension, because
resolve things, yeah. Mm.
because for me, I used to go like, I think I should have been born ego, because I don't think I really have that chilled thing in me. So it's like, let's just burn everywhere down, and then we'll fix later. So the next, it's like almost everyone I've met from Enugu has that desire to de-escalate things and not make things be so they don't want things to blow up, and
Mm.
so just very peaceful people. So
Yeah,
I was like, okay, yeah, all right. Anyway, I think we
no
stayed a bit
problem.
too long with this
Yeah.
question. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. So which Nigerian dish do you think is overrated?
Is overrated. I
Yeah.
don't. Oh, okay. Let me see. Uh, it might be two.
Okay.
Might be. Might
I
be.
was gonna
Might
say
be.
I was gonna say amala, and I know that if some people watching, when they do watch, will come for me. I just feel like
So
amala is just overrated.
I'm thinking, I don't know. Maybe I think it's just me because I don't fancy starch in rice.
Hmm.
So if tuwo is made from rice and then you want all the starch in it, I'm not sure I'm going to like it.
Okay. So that's our unpopular opinion. Anybody that wants
Yes, that's how,
to come
of
for
course,
the
of course,
HUD,
of course.
come for me on amala. In fact, I know someone
Yeah.
that calls it, if I like amala kai. So, so
Never thought of that. I've never thought of that. Oh, I have
Yeah,
to use it on someone.
I thought
I
that
have to find someone to
I
use
thought
that
that
on
was
this week.
brilliant.
Yes.
I thought that was brilliant. That people that like Amala, Malachite.
Amalekite. Yes. I like that. I like that. Okay.
Anywho, so let's move on. Let's talk about the most unusual food combination you have ever tried.
The most unusual. Hold on. Let me see. That would be the most unusual might actually. Oh, I think I have to go back to Enugu again.
Okay,
It's either
I see
it's
why you're
fear,
thinking
fear.
right.
Is it?
Is either what?
It's either fear, or if it's not fear, then it will be what they call ibaboka. So
Okay,
ibaboka is made from corn, and
okay.
I don't know if you've ever had beans with gari. Not You're not drinking the gari now. You're
Yeah,
the
you pour the
way
garri inside the beans
Yes, you
and
pour it
then you
into
now
it.
sell it. I went
Hmm.
to a boarding house. I've eaten everything. Go on.
Okay, you've eaten
I've
that.
eaten
So
everything.
so so you know that feeling of you need a lot of water when you're having it.
Yeah, because
Yes. So
because your
that's what you
stomach is
get when you're taking the baboka. You have to have a lot of water.
okay. I
Yeah.
think my most unusual combination is bread and noodles. I think
Bread and oh, okay.
noodles.
That's not a
But
Nigerian
you,
meal.
but you
I
won't
was
believe how
thinking,
nice it is.
I don't know. I would not. No, 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 no,
You
no.
won't
There
believe
are, there are
how
people
nice
who do it for various reasons.
yeah.
For various
It,
reasons.
it
Yes.
makes a lot of
So just
sense.
like
You
I
have
would not
capsules.
understand, I'll never understand why people would break their eggs into noodles
Ah, so you're
or
speaking to
pasta
me.
into pasta. Yes. So you
You
just
won't
take the
you
egg and you
so
put them.
so with pasta is hard, so it may not work so well. But eggs in noodles, OMG. You should try it one of these days. That's another of my great combos. Okay, so let's move on.
The last
So
time I asked someone to
do you
get me
prefer to cook
noodles.
at home or do
Yeah,
you eat
anyway.
out?
Oh, if it's possible, I would rather have food made at home. Where possible.
You want
Where
to
possible.
select
I'd rather have food made at home.
you
Okay,
understand
so
what that
food made in food made in restaurants, they are very generic.
hmm.
They're very generic. So they there's always the consideration of economics.
Okay, yeah, so they're trying to would I say take care of they want to be all things to all people.
Yeah,
So
they
they
want to be
don't
all things to all people, and they also have to make a profit.
yeah,
So I would rather not. I'm not very cool with having rice and stew out in restaurants or canteens
yeah.
because I notice most of them now use they what's Shumbo called in English now? What's the English name for Shumbo?
The English name of Shambo is Shambar.
Okay, so you see, I personally do not like that pepper, and I can tell a meal that is made with it. So I they taste a particular way I don't like. So I like to avoid that. So I would rather
Actually,
eat if you want to make, yeah,
so do you do the cooking
you
yourself
were
or is
saying.
there somebody that cooks for you? I'll say that I can relate because I only eat out just
Hmm.
because I just want to make sure that I'm not just I'm not out of touch with what people are doing. But even when I'm eating out, I only eat certain meals.
Mm,
I don't eat everything. I like because I have a sensitive stomach,
okay.
so I don't take everything that as in 50 of us could eat,
Mm,
particularly anything that's made of palm oil, for example, are outside, and I'll be
yeah.
the only one for everybody else fine. And
Mm,
so I'm very, very careful. I don't eat anything that is made of palm oil outside of my house or made by people that I can at
oh,
least do.
Okay.
verify what their processes, and also I'm not one of those that go like, oh, let's go and eat amala in so and so place. I first and foremost, I don't even like the amala. But let's say eba, let's go and eat swallow in
Mm.
whatever, what's the name of that place in Ibadan, Amala style. So I'm not so it's not going to be one of the things that would I say trip me. So back in university,
Mm.
then I used to do a lot of work with my fellowship. So I used to work in fellowship because I used to volunteer. So once in a while, my pastor would go like, "Oh, let's go and eat fish." So I'm like, it doesn't mean anything to me, really. I, I I don't feel that satisfaction some people feel when they say, "Oh, I had this
Mm-hmm.
meal with broccoli and different parts of the body." I'm like, food
Yeah.
for me is more functional. So food is not one of the love languages. I don't know if you saw my post that I put on Facebook today about someone that had accused
No, I haven't seen it. I
wrongly.
haven't seen it.
Okay. I put
Oh,
up a
oh,
post
oh, oh, yes. You said you found
that
your chips
I
and
actually
yeah.
found it, and I'd made a comment that I'm just going to behave like an African mom and ask her how she and all of that. Well, she didn't even come to work today. Anyway, she said it. So I can't imagine my African mom trying to apologize to me and telling me, "Have you eaten?" Doesn't mean anything. They haven't apologized. They
Mm.
have not eaten. Yes, I've eaten. So still say the sorry, right?
Okay.
Obviously was a joke. So for me, I would rather eat cook at home because, like you rightly said, I'm able to cook it to my taste, and I can
Mm.
control
Yeah.
what is in whatever,
Yes.
because
You
I
can
don't
control a
know
lot
what
of the
people are.
parameters. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't know what other people are doing everywhere. And for me, I've been able to adjust my times. I cook myself, so it's not like I have it. But at some point,
Okay.
we did have someone that was cooking for us. But even then, I was like, don't cook for me. I just don't feel comfortable with people cooking for me. I want to know
Mm.
what I put in my own food, and I also want to
Okay.
monitor what I giving my family. So it's
Mm.
not one of the things that I'm excited about that people cook for me. Doesn't work for me.
Mm. I get
Let's,
that. Yeah.
yeah, so let's move on to a bit more specific question. So what made you join the OA and AA Free Donation community? Because I know you definitely got an invitation at some point to join. What was it that made you
Mm.
accept that
So it
community?
was it was I thought initially that it was going to be I wonder what it was going to be about
Mm,
because my entire thinking was, oh, probably it's something about food production. Yes,
mm.
food production, sustainability, and things like that. So that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And
You're
well,
actually not too far from the mark. That's the vision, and that's
okay.
where we are going to. So we basically want to go from we want to go through the entire food chain. We want to start from the ground to the farmer, talk to the processors, talk to the food-based
Hmm.
vendors,
Okay.
reach out to the people that are eating as well, because we want to make sure that people are
Hmm.
eating and
Okay.
getting nourished. Because if we know that, I think that's SDG. I'm trying to remember what SDG that is for. Zero hunger. I think that's SDG 2.
I don't remember the SDGs at this point.
Yeah, I think it's FTD2. I'll verify. But so we want to make sure that we go through the food chain and we find opportunities and optimize. So yeah, it's
Yes.
it's like I told you, I am a farmer. I
Okay.
am a
It
farmer.
says
It's just that
DG2.
it's SDG 2, right?
Yes.
Right. So yeah, so I'm a farmer, so I know that the people. So I feel like we haven't given food the would I say the place that it deserves, because you can't go without food for at least for those that can fast well, can do 40 days, right? But you can't go without food for too long, right? And for many of us, we eat at least once a day. But we, but I feel like we are being mindless about our food for now. I feel like it could be more intentional, and
Okay.
so that's the desire is to, without being so preachy, without being so forceful, to help
Mhm.
people begin to evaluate their food choices and begin to look and hopefully
Okay.
bring in more farmers. Because, like I told you, I realized I went back to the notes. I normally write down my notes, and sometimes I do a voice note anytime I have a dream or whenever I have something is impressed in my spirit. And so I've been going back to my old notes, and I realized that way back in 2022, there was a leading, there was something that was saying that we need more farmers. And I think the urgency, it's getting even more urgent now with all that is happening in the world.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to move on to another question, which is still around the OA&AA Feed Nation community. Is
Okay.
there any particular conversation we've had that has stood out the most to you in the community?
So what I have, I think that a lot of the conversations you bring are thought-provoking.
Hmm.
There isn't one that I would say, okay, yes, usually. When I come to the community, I like to look out for, okay, or rather when I come online, there are a few places I like to check out. A few
Hmm.
people I like to, yes, I like to check out. A few communities I like to, okay, so what's going on here and what's going on here? Um, because there is that continuous trajectory of growth that I have to be conscious to stay on.
Yeah.
So
Correct. True.
yeah, so there are people we
Hmm.
follow online that don't aren't necessarily, they're just really for fun. Nothing more to it. Nothing more to it.
Hmm.
But then there are these other communities that are like, okay, they form 80% of the growth that we have. They form 80% of the impact we're going to make in the near
Hmm.
future. They form
Hmm.
80% of so that's bulk of impact. The small community, yeah, they may not be as popular, but that small community where they come from is actually where I like to spend a lot of my time because really that's what
Oh,
counts.
that's very deep and thought provoking, really. And I would assume there's some compliments in there. Or thank you very much for staying with us at this
Yes, there is
time.
a lot. There is a lot. There is a lot. And I like beyond the food thing, beyond the food thing, simple things like when you were doing would I call it the grammar challenge or the word challenge? So where you have the anagrams, yeah. So you say, oh, what words can you form from there? Some things like that. So those things, yeah. If I spend an hour doing that, yes, I would rather do that than get into some unwholesome banter somewhere else. Yeah. So little things like that are more interesting to me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So
Thank you too.
I've I've really enjoyed quite a lot of our conversations. But one thing I still want to talk with you is that they should stop putting seasoning in things for seasoning. And there's no question. Why you this is this you? Why you adding something? He said so. So I'm trying to make the conducting the legal session for people that are any offenders. So anyway, so that's all the
Okay.
time.
Okay. We would amplify the message. So if you drop a post on that, we'll share it. I think that's what you do.
Gentle reminder, this is your October release. Against us, anything. It is
Then again, then again, I think some people feel like, okay, so how do I get this meal from point A beyond the nutritional value that the food might offer by itself? They probably need to enhance the taste. So they go for these extra seasonings.
it's due to trust issues. It's trust issues. It's not like people that put you on jollof rice. It's trust issues.
That do
People
what?
That's why. That's why they are doing this. Anyway, so let's move on.
Anyway, all
Let's
right.
move
Yes.
so I think you've already answered this question in practice how the community has helped you personally and or professionally if you do
Okay, I think your volume is low now. I don't know why.
have. Okay, come on, Zoom, behave yourself. Can you hear
It's
me
been,
better
yeah,
now?
okay, I think it's better. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't do anything. I think I sat
Okay.
back. That's what I did. So I was
Okay.
going to ask if there's anything more you want to add to this question about how the community has helped you personally and or professionally, because I think you answered the question while answering the other question.
Oh, really? The only thing I would probably like to see is probably it's just I don't really have any questions because again, the broader vision for the community, you have a fuller picture of it.
Yeah.
You know what's to be achieved. Yeah, so as much as possible, I think that you probably would want to see how you start because based on the questions that I see here, based on the questions that I see here, this is more than just the eater. This is an entire ecosystem.
The
It's an
entire
entire
so the
ecosystem.
aim is to go through the entire ecosystem, but uh, every time I'm like, okay, let me focus on this now. There's something
Mm,
new comes up. There's something else that
yeah.
is
Yeah,
dragging me.
because yeah, so anyway, I think you should just keep doing what you're doing and then maybe probably become more actionable with
Mm,
the posts, with the posts, with the information. Yes.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and probably explore other forms of content beyond text because sorry,
Yeah.
we have a very, very, very a lazier uh population
Yeah.
when it comes
I
to
understand.
reading. So
I
mm,
understand. So we need to do so. That's one of the reasons we could have done this by text, right?
yes, yeah,
So I decided. So once in a while, I'll be doing videos. But thank you for that feedback.
videos.
We will not. We will
That's
not.
that's
We will definitely take it under advisement.
mm,
So I'm going to
thank you
move
very
on to
much.
the next question. Thank you very much. So
Thank you very much. Yeah.
In Nigeria's food industry, if you could change just one thing there, what is that one thing you will change? Can you hear me?
If we will change just one thing, yes. No, are you looking at this from the perspective of the farmer or from the perspective of the food vendor? I think I saw something about like that earlier.
Yeah, so across the ecosystem,
Okay,
there's
so I
one
think
thing.
across the ecosystem. So I
Yeah,
think I
you
think
can choose them.
that we should, as much as possible, minimize wastage. We have a lot of waste.
Okay.
Yeah, I said we do have a lot of
Yeah,
waste. Yes, we have a lot of
yeah.
waste. If we manage to save up, say 65-70% of the food that we end up throwing away, it probably will do something uh economically. It will do something economically. At least the vendors will not have to would always have tomatoes
Hmm.
more months in the year than the few that they have now. So the prices might just go up a tad higher, but then again, there will be nothing astronomical such that they will now say, oh, tomato don't cost now, they go market. So you're not going to have that. And then those who eat can still I think they will just cascade down. The benefit to cascade down. So it's that simple. So
I
if we
think I think
minimize, if
I
we
think
have a way to minimize this,
I think you found
yeah,
something that you can work on in the food chain. Minimizing waste is something to look at and see how you can exploit and maybe make a business out of it.
uh,
And there's somebody else that is this thing that is
uh,
looking for a business idea to explore is also something to look at. if you're listening to us
Yes,
and
yes.
working
So
with.
if they if somebody works on it, it's good. It's good. I'm working
And
on
that's
me
what I
now.
to do. That's what I'll say. It will be you.
No, no, you're right. No, honestly, you are right. Honestly, you are right. Honestly, you're right. But I think that that's just something that we need to look at. We can't just have all of that maize coming and then in 1 month there's no more maize.
Mm, mm. So
So
we
what
need to do.
happens to what happens to if we can't have the maize, if we can't eat up all the maize at once, then at least we can package them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can package them. The sweet
I,
corn. Yeah,
yeah.
we can package them. Sweet corn is there. And then the quantity will be more. It won't be like you have like 50 grains in one tin or something like that. So things, I think the effect will be more, the effect will be telling, it will be significant if we are willing to invest in it, if we're willing to put in the work, if we're willing to put in the work. And the farmers will be happier. The farmers will be happier because again, with time, the export value of whatever they make, whatever they're able to produce in subsequent years will be better because they will have fresher produce. They will have more robust produce rather than just the whole thing of trying to probably force down spoiled tomatoes down people's throats, or then
Mm.
you now leave us with shombo to eat, we non-shombo eaters or things like that.
Okay, I don't think it's Shombo you are about Shombo. I don't like Shombo either. But I think what they are concerned about is they call it Esha, which is like
Yeah, no,
tomatoes
no, no.
that
Yes, no, no, no. I just used the shombo as a that was an aside
uh
actually.
yeah,
No, no, no.
so
Yeah, so
I in fact
why should we
there's a
have
case,
Esha in with all the tomatoes and we shouldn't have Esha. So if
yeah.
we had proper storage system, which would also mean that we need to improve the transport system somehow from the farms. We have to improve the transportation systems. If we don't improve the transportation systems, then the same thing applies to meat. I don't
Hmm.
know. There's a lot we can do. If we worked on our storage system, I think that of course we'll create jobs too at every level of the food chain.
Exactly.
At every
Exactly.
level of the chain. Yeah.
And as you were speaking, I just remembered when we used to have that, would I say, very annoying conversation about, oh, if tomatoes are expensive, you can substitute with carrots or something. And
That
I'm
was
like,
crap. That was crap, honestly. Cabbage. There
what are
was
we
cabbage. There
actually,
was even cucumbers for
yeah,
tomatoes.
yeah, because I'm like, what, are you using that brain to cross the road? I hope not. Anyway, anyway, so let's move on. Do you think Nigerians fully appreciate farmers' contributions to food security, or can we do better for our farmers?
If people are not appreciating the contribution of farmers to food security, then it's probably because a lot of our values have changed. Our value systems have been altered significantly, maybe over the last
Ah,
40, 50 years.
well,
Yeah, over the last 40, 50 years. So, um, if we, it's, I don't know how many people wake up some type of subsistence farming really out of, because they would like to make ends meet. So if I can plant my spinach or pumpkin in my house, then maybe for 2 months I would have some vegetables to eat. I know
mm,
we used to have something in the house where it was
mm,
just a very small portion, maybe 5 square meters or something. Yeah, about 5 square meters. And then the entire neighborhood was always coming for the vegetables. We'll come for the vegetables
mm.
at different times. And everybody seemed to forget, oh, I forgot to buy vegetables from the market. You know.
I have some.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if we did that, if we did the right things, I think that slowly farming will become as
more.
lucrative as it really is, and people can see it, and people will no longer see the hard work in it because, of course, you don't expect somebody who is 30 years or 20 something years to appreciate the fact that who grew up in a city like Lagos or Abuja to think that, oh, it's normal for people to carry hoes and cutlasses. But if that person grew up understanding that, oh, they're probably going to drive the tractor on the farm that is probably 3-4 hectares big. And at the end of the farming planting, sorry, by harvest time, by the time it's harvest, they can come pick up stuff and make some good money. I think that the draw for farming would grow. You don't need to force people and say, oh, go back to the farms, go back to the farms. We don't need to do that. Right now, that's what we are doing. We're trying to force people back to the farms. If people
But
see that, and that's where technology, yeah.
okay, because I was going to ask, do you think there's value, for example, in recognizing farmers? So, for example, when we have all of these national honors and all, do you
Mm.
think that there will be some value if farmers get that level of recognition as we give to people
Farmers,
who
if
do?
farmers are recognized on that level, national honors and all that, well, sorry, it might inspire a few people, but I don't know if it will trickle down. It might inspire you. I don't know if it will trickle down because things have been, nobody really cares about the national honors anymore. So
Ah,
when you see somebody receiving national honors, regardless of the field that they come from, you probably think, except if it's maybe sports or something that somebody has done by you, everybody can see, oh, this person by the work of their hands was able to achieve this global recognition or something, and that's why they're giving them this national honor. So unless for something like that, but ordinarily, most people will say, oh, definitely he has some political connections and stuff like that, or political affiliation. So if
hmm,
we're going to make that work, if the farmers on the lower levels are appreciated, so it doesn't have to be on that high level. If you do it on the local government level, on the state level, these are levels, on the world levels, the farmers will know what to do. They would see that appreciation. They will say, oh, finally, farmers are getting the recognition. Farming is not something that uh, it's not a mundane job. It's not something for low lives. It's
for
not something
who
for low
like?
lives.
I
It's
like,
for
I
people
like
who
that
actually
view.
want it's a career. Yes, it
Yeah.
can be a career. Mhm. So
Okay,
that's what
so
I think.
because of time, I want to pick up because of time. I've skipped some slides just so that we can
Oh,
get to
thank
the.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So how do you see technology shaping the future of farming and food business in Nigeria?
Technology shaping the future of farming. I think many times we try to jump the gun. Maybe
Hmm.
what we need to do, we do a lot of adoption. I think
Hmm.
this is a problem. We do a lot of adoption when oh, this thing works in America, this thing works in Europe, and then we just bring it down. We're a peculiar people. This
Hmm.
is this is a peculiar environment. You need to understand your people. You need to understand their strength. You need to understand their preferences before you start speaking about, oh, what's the best way to
Implement
how
technology.
many big farms do we have? We have a few big farms. Yes. The implements. Yes. So all of those. So if you're bringing in those implements, who is getting those implements? So when the tractors come in, even when we get the tractors from China or America or wherever, where do they, on whose farms do they get? Who gets the fertilizers?
Okay, so you don't see
So
AI.
these are
You
some of
don't
the
see
questions that
AI.
need to be addressed.
You don't see AI doing anything for us in farming, right?
Okay, so I don't know if AI will do anything more than what a simple search engine would do for a farmer in Nigeria right now.
Hmm.
So AI might help policymakers in determining, okay, what are the needs or what are the likely needs of farmers in a particular area. Sorry, I will be leaving you in a few moments, so you can rest.
So I'm trying to get
Okay.
us to the more
So
fun part. So, but I
yeah,
just didn't
so
want to. I'm trying to get us to the part that is more fun.
yeah, so AI does. Okay. Yeah, so AI can help policymakers to say, okay,
Yeah.
to determine the peculiar needs of people on these various levels, as I outlined earlier. There is the federal level, there is the state level, there is the local government level. Then there are the world levels. There are farmers on all these levels. So AI can do some work in that regard. So for the farmer, for the farmer, how can AI help? Yes, I know I did. I just recall now that I did something. I did a piece about for an application, an AI-powered application that can help you read, that can help farmers read or anticipate problems with their crops by taking
Mm.
images of them. So for the farmers, that's where I think something like AI can help. So all they need is a smartphone, get an image of the crop. So what could be the problem with this crop? I don't recall the name of that app. I think it starts with an S. Built in
Okay.
Germany. Built in Germany, yes. Built in Germany.
Okay.
I don't recall. Yes, I don't recall the name now, but if I do, I will send it to you. So
Oh, sure. I'll really
yeah,
love to
so
learn more.
that's for the farmers that can help them. That can
Mm.
help them. Yeah. But what these people need, they need information. They need the
Mm.
support. And those are things that, well, we can tailor. We need to empower them with information. You need to empower them with seedlings. We need to empower them with what's the word now? With machinery. With
Mm.
machinery, which yes, that would enable them to produce more. So you're doing 10 hectares. You're doing 10 hectares with a hoe and a cutlass. How can you compete with a country where only 10% of the people are farmers, or the other one where 4% of the people are farmers? So I speak of Britain and America here. So if we're going to compete, if we're even going to say 30% of our population feeds the rest, is feeding the rest of us, then we need to be serious about a lot.
Thank you. So I'm quickly jumping to the next question. So
Yeah.
if you got a 10 million naira grant, for example, for agriculture or food
Mm.
business, how would you
Yes.
use it?
I was hoping that I was going to pick 10 questions as you told me.
Yeah.
And I was saying, oh, I'm pretty comfortable with most of the other questions except this particular question
This one,
18.
so you
Yes.
want to keep it?
Yeah. So,
So you want
so
to keep,
because
okay.
again, excuse me, it will be risky. I did a pen recently that would
Okay.
only take, yes, I did a pen that would take, no, is it a pen now? Sorry. Yeah, a pen. And it would take just a few birds. And by the time the entire pen cost about 2 million for just a few beds, not up to 100 beds,
Wow.
not up to 100 beds. So I'm even looking at the fact that economically, the money would even weaken you because you're wondering, where do you start from? A bag of feed costs how much at this point? So where do you start? Where do you start, really? So except you already have an ongoing concern, unless you have an ongoing concern, this money is probably just going to get you, okay, it's fine, you get the, and then you get seedlings or birds or the goats,
Is the
and that's it.
is the legendary chicken feed, right?
Ma?
The 10 million. I said the 10 million is chicken feed,
Well,
literally.
I wouldn't want to call it that because again, I am Nigeria teaches you to be ingenious, yes, right? I think
Mhm.
that's the word. Yes, it teaches you to do that. So you think out of the box. So when
Yeah.
you with that money available, you probably think, okay, fine. Is there a way to can we have substitutes for certain meals, certain
Mm.
parts of the feed? Can we do this? Can we do that? Yes, rather than do this one, if the instead of buying this piece of equipment, is it possible to fabricate it and all
Okay.
that? So things like that. And then you have to start thinking of monetization as quickly as.
As possible.
Mhm.
But then again, it's a grant. That's why I said it. I didn't say it was a loan. It's a grant.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyway, but for anyone listening, the fact that you got a grant does not mean you should spend it anyhow. You need to use it for what it was giving you for. Don't
A
collect
lot of
grant and
people,
go
a
and
lot of
marry.
people, a lot
Don't
of
go and
people
marry
marry
new life.
wives with grants.
Marry or buy
Marry
new car.
wives, get
Okay.
clothes, yeah, things like that. So yeah.
So if you have to eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what meal do you think that would be?
I don't know if any meal qualifies. I don't know if any meal. I eat per
Okay.
time. Yeah. So it depends on the way I So if I'm thinking of making a meal, if I'm thinking of eating something, what happens is there is a way it tastes in my head. And if
Ah,
it's anything short of that, I'll probably not eat it.
so you are
So there
you
is
are an
no,
intellectual eater. You are an intellectual foodie.
this is now interesting. This is interesting, intellectual eater. I think I'll add that to my profile, intellectual eater. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
let's move quickly. Street food or fine dining? Which one would you pick if you had to eat out?
Street food or fine dining. Again, it depends on how I feel. Depends on how I
Uh,
feel. Yes.
so there's no clear winner.
There is no,
I said there's no clear winner.
no, there's no clear winner. No clear winner. It depends on how I
Oh,
feel at the moment. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So if you could have dinner with any famous chef, who would it be?
Any famous chef.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing. I think I don't think any of the chefs that I want to eat their food all the time are famous yet.
Okay. So go with the infamous one with any chef. Okay. So
Oh,
let's.
okay. So I met someone recently, and honestly, I met someone recently who just made a meal, and I just liked how they made it.
Hmm.
So for me, that's like I've never been comfortable with anybody, and people around there will always complain, "Oh, you don't eat our meals and stuff." I get there and I just could perceive and I could see how this person was careful about this and that, about their ingredients, picking this
Hmm.
certain things. So it was good. So I was okay with that. So I'm not really, I see a lot of people on the internet call themselves chefs and they try a few things. I would never want to eat those meals. Mhm.
Oh, particularly those ones that they use to Gucci mix to finish. They will blend something and turn it to something else.
I think you have to cut out this part of the video if you ever have to publicize this. So they don't say
I want
you came for them the way
I want
somebody.
them to hear. I want them to hear all those Gucci mix chefs that they will just carry something, blend something, and
So
mutilate our eba and turn it to something else. I want
yeah.
them to know how
So
I feel. I'm saying it with my full chest. I, I did not
so
stutter.
a lot of times I'm wondering, okay, so what did you just do? Really? Like this? And I'm saying, oh no, I'm not having this at this point. So
Oh,
it's that way
really?
for me. Yeah. But honestly, if you ask me, I like to eat in. I like to eat at home. Yes, as much as possible. Let's make the meal. Okay, you want somebody to give you water when you're making the meal? Fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the funniest food related moment you've ever had? I think we are coming to the end
The
of
funniest food related moment I've ever had. Let me see. Hmm. Are they funny? I don't like when people cook bad food though. They are not
what?
funny. If I don't know, let me see. Let me see. Funniest food related moment. I don't recall any.
Hmm.
I don't recall any.
Okay.
I don't
So
recall any.
let's keep that
Yeah.
question. Let's go to this. This is going to be our final question. In 3 words,
Hmm.
describe what food means to you. 3 words only.
Oh, okay. Hmm. You, you said 3 words. 3 words. 3 words. Three
Yeah.
words. Hmm. Food is necessary. Food is necessary. Yeah. Uh.
Necessary is good.
Yeah. Food is necessary. Food can be or should be. Food should be fun. Food should be fun.
Okay, so food should be fun, fun. Yeah. So
Yeah,
your third word,
yeah, yes. And food should be interesting.
interesting.
Yes,
That's an interesting take.
yeah.
All right. So we've come to the end of
Food
today's
should be
spotlight.
fun.
Thank you very much. Uh, I know you did tell us that you're a technical writer, so If someone does want to reach out to you, uh, how do they reach you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, you
How do
kept
they
that.
reach you?
Oh, fine. Well, yes, so I have my Facebook profile up there. Yeah, if they would want to reach me on phone, they can. I can drop my phone number if that's fine by you.
No,
Yeah.
so you're a co-host, so if you have something, a business card or something, you go bring it up right now. This is a good time to bring it up.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So I don't have any of those. I don't have any of those. Yeah, so I'm still building out at this point my social.
I think you're muted. I can't hear you anymore.
It's been more like the clients I have worked with in through a particular stream. Yeah, so and it's been
I can't hear you anymore. Are you on Instagram? Are you on LinkedIn? How do we find you? I can't hear you. I can't hear you anymore.
yeah,
I couldn't hear
yes.
you.
No.
You're not on any of those places. So how do we find you? Just Facebook? Hello? Hello?
Okay, sorry, what happened?
I
Mm.
don't know. I think it was something to do with the network. So I was
Okay,
asking
okay.
how we could reach you.
Oh, you didn't
Anyone
hear
that
anything I said. Oh,
I
okay.
think
Oh, 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 okay. So I was saying that, well. Would a phone number work?
a phone number can work. We can take that
Otherwise, they
fine.
could just reach me on
Only
my FB profile. Yes.
on your Facebook profile,
Yeah, because I haven't built out my social profiles in that regard. Yeah, so I've got jobs mostly from one stream.
which is Facebook.
You're breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? You were
I
breaking.
can hear you. I can hear you. I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
your
it's
phone
not.
number
Yeah.
and
So my phone number would be 0805 1240530. 0805 12405 1240 530. Yes, thank you.
I'm going to also put it in the description for anyone that when I do put the video up. And so I would like to say thank you for your time. Thank you for
No problem.
giving us
No problem.
giving us your evening, or well, evening for me. I think it's still afternoon for you. Thank you very much, and do have a great rest of the day.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm sorry about the
Oh,
other delay.
no
All
worries,
right.
no.
Yeah. Have a
So
great evening.
I'll be ending this recording
No
at
problem.
this time.